Zargon's just revealed a couple more things to us, including what the inside of the main box looks like and the expansion boxes. Besides tweeting interesting things out like this, just a few days after posting my video, Zargon has actually given us a couple updates. And it's right here. Gathering my armies to dominate the world, ignore the pesky adventurers. And it's this miniature tray. What this means is that this new game is going to be coming with a well-organized tray instead of just having to toss everything in like with the old game. This is really good, and I'm really happy for this. You can see below my comment, not only are we getting to see more minis, but they're nicely organized as well. The most obvious benefit of this tray is that the miniatures are all going to be well packed, which is very important considering that FedEx is delivering this, and they do not have the best reputation when it comes to delivering packages. A few interesting things about this. You can see, for some reason, the way that they had to arrange it is that the wizard's sort of segregated from all the other heroes. I guess that's just because they couldn't fit him in beside the other heroes, they had to pop down another orc there. We can see the necromancer, dread sorcerer guy right here. The orcs are split up into different groups. These look like the zombies, that's maybe the mummies or the skeletons, it's hard to tell. These are goblins up here. And this is actually the first time that we've seen factory samples that are colored. This is going to be a good approximation of what we're going to get. I prefer the old undead where it's more of like a tan color for the plastic, but it doesn't really make a difference whether it's a little bit more white or a little bit more tan. Especially when I'm going to be painting mine, it doesn't matter all that much. And something else we can see is that we have the dice up here. Something rather interesting that I've noticed with these dice is that they do not have the round corners like the ones we saw in the dice samples from the dwarf miniature that some creators got. And I'm wondering if they're going to keep it more like the Heroescape dice where the edges aren't round. As well as you can see, just like we saw before, that the dice have white pips instead of gold. One issue that was brought up by another content creator is that these type of vacuum form trays might be a little bit tight and so you could scuff your paint. So I'm not entirely sure, but hopefully it's a little bit more loose fitting rather than tight fitting, and then that way the paint won't rub off. Presumably the furniture is going to be fitting underneath this tray, either that or it's way above up here where we cannot see, because the box is quite a bit longer than this little square section that we can see. It's more of a long rectangle. This vacuum form tray is nothing new for games. I have another game here, it's a Hasbro game called Scribbleish, and it's basically like telephone but you draw things. And you can see here how it's a vacuum form tray, everything fits in nicely, it's not tight at all. And yeah, hopefully that's what this one is like. One more thing to look at in this picture is that we can see the textures of the Heroquest board, just a couple more than the last picture with the skeleton in it. There's 3 rooms that we can see. There's this one that's a little bit darker stone on the left, this one here that's more of a regular gray stone, and this one that's a checkerboard. Then we got 2 more pictures as well, and these are of the expansions. The caption here is cleaning out my camera roll as I need space for more pictures of adorable puppies. And you can see Return of the Witch Lord right here, as well as Colors Keep. This does not seem all that different from the ones that we saw on the website. I didn't imagine that it would be that different, considering that they're just taking an image and popping it onto a box, printing it. But yeah, you can see there what this new expansion text is like. Expand your Heroquest game system. It requires Heroquest game system to play, same as with the old expansions that had that warning on it, because otherwise you're just going to have a bunch of random pieces and miniatures that don't really have a purpose. And something about this makes me wonder if they are going to have a retail release. Like, I know that I've been saying they might have one, and they said in an interview too, but you'd think that they wouldn't put that on the box unless they're thinking of selling these separately as well. Another thing is you can kind of see a corner of like a laptop screen here. This seems like a photo setup in an office somewhere. With both of these expansions as well, they are very similar to the other ones, paying homage to the old box art. The reason why I've held off from these updates for a couple weeks is because I was really hoping that there'd be a production update too, but it doesn't seem to be the case yet. And Zargon's also liked a couple tweets that I found interesting. First of which is one that further supports my thoughts that there's going to be a retail release. Zargon liked, looks amazing. I couldn't get into the pre-sale though, but fingers crossed for general public release. The other one's regarding when it's going to ship, and somebody said, I need it to be December. I know they said fall before, but if they're shipping in fall, that means we probably won't get it until December. That'd be crazy if they did the retail release in December too, but I could see them trying to get the holiday season. I guess we'll find out what happens. And yeah, that appears to be it for now. It's very likely that there's going to be another update in less than a week, which I'll have to make another video about. Thank you everyone so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please do give me a like and a sub, because that really helps me out. I will see you all in my next video. Goodbye.